give you time to get those bets in, because here on the drive through, what we do is we give you live actionable picks from the primetime games tonight. So be sure to stay tuned for the show, as we have a good cast here from Pig Dogs here to give out plays for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring on the crew. See what we got today. We got Chris Ruffalo will serve as the co-host, finishing his donut, ready to go. Then because Rod Zawacki, Joe Duffy in the center square, and returns looking great as always. And welcome back on Wednesday. And Nino's here, Ron Romanelli as well. All right, guys, let's take a look at let's bring in Chris here. But I first want to show you. Let's see, we got a new band. All right, here's the lineup. Here's how they'll go. They'll start with Duffy, Shores, Zawacki, Romanelli, Ruffalo, Nino's. I'm a pretty good hitting pitcher there at the bottom of the lineup here, Tony T, to close the show. And of course, we will recap every play at the end of the show, so stay tuned. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's start here with Chris. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I finished that donut just in the nick of time, just before we came on the air. But I'm still I'm hungry to give out more picks, man. I'm excited. Let's get this one started.
Yeah, that sure will get you through the hour here. All right, let's go ahead and welcome Joe Duffy. You'll find him over here at Big Dogs Premium. Joe, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty well. Hey, Chris, believe me, when you're trying to sell picks to potential clients, the last word you want to use is donut. That's one of the few things that I know. But I'm really excited. You're starting out with the South Jersey connection. I'm a South Jersey native, and then I get followed up by Annie Shore, or as we know her in the Garden State, as the Jersey Shore.
Wow, the Jersey Shore. All right, Joe Duffy here on the show here on our drive-through. All right, Joe, here's your game. You got the Spurs hosting Timberwolves, 8:30 Eastern time. Total sits at 223. Spurs favored by 8.
Yeah, so many of my systems are counterintuitive, but this one is definitely one that's intuitive. It makes perfect sense and is along the lines of traditional thinking. Revenge is usually overplayed in sports, but the one sport where it does very well is the NBA. And it makes sense because in the NBA, you got such a long schedule. It can be a drudge, and you never know when teams are going to get motivated. So therefore, revenge is a big motivator in the NBA as opposed to, say, the NFL, where they're playing only once a week. Minnesota won as a 4-point underdog the last time out. Big favorites in same season. That's a little bit of a tongue twister there. Same season revenge of a blowout loss. 836, 694, and 41, but that includes 59.9% since 2013 at 257, 172, and 11. But again, let's think about it. San Antonio is clearly the better team, as the odds makers are telling you, because they're laying a big number. And they're too often when you have a little bit of a mismatch, you might have the superior team overlooking the inferior team. But no, not after Minnesota put a big hurting on them. Now, this isn't a premium play in part. Minnesota will not have Karl Anthony Towns. The Spurs will not have LaMarcus Aldridge. We're not happy that Spurs will be minus Rudy Gay, who averages 11 points per game. And like I say, they're the kind of injuries that tend to sneak under the radar spread-wise and as far as value, more so than the big guys being out. And D'Angelo Russell, I think he's going to play. He's listed as questionable. I saw one report saying they didn't think he was going to play, but most are leaning more towards playing. But since his status is a little bit questionable, not quite a premium play, but like I said, the NBA really the one and only sport, especially when you're talking about a superior team seeking revenge. It's the one sport where revenge is usually a pretty good angle. So San Antonio minus the 8, W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the Spurs laying the 8 against the Timberwolves. All right, Chris, this Timberwolves team without Karl Anthony Towns, the middle's open here.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And this is still, even with Karl Anthony Towns, I'm not sure this was a team I was looking to back long-term because the results just haven't been sustainable. And, I mean, you look at San Antonio, I mean, this is a team that there weren't many expectations for them coming into the season. But I think they're going to be a little bit ticked off after, losing to Memphis by a combined, I think it was 47 points or 48 points in 2 games. Things weren't bad for Minnesota. I think they're about to get a whole lot worse.
Yeah, I like that agreement there with the Spurs laying the 8 here against Minnesota. All right, Joe, good night of action night on the hoops here from NBA and college. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, off a nice sweep last night. We're going to sweep again 5-0 tonight, led by 3 Wise Guy plays, which is our highest rated play, and we'll see, a good example of how we use the odds makers' knowledge against them. We'll explain it a little bit more in the analysis, but a nice night tonight in the NBA.
All right, guys, check out Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got a card for tonight. Pick up that one-day pass Get those winnings, make the upgrade to the long-term pass. You see Joe's got a 3, 7, and 38 pass. You'll be able to pick that up over at Big Dogs Premium. Of course, that means you'll get every play that Joe offers at the site. NBA, College Super Bowl coming up. You pick the term, but get that all sports pass. That's the best value there at Pig Dogs. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. You're back on Friday.
Yeah, we'll talk to you in 48 hours.
48 hours indeed. All right, Joe Duffy here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on as we're going to welcome Ann Shore. You'll find her over here at Pig Dogs Premium. I guess they gave out your code, Ann. Welcome to the show as always. The Jersey Shore, is that correct?
There you go. Yeah, Jersey Shore. I love the beach. I'm a beach bum. And now Joe became Jersey Joe, so he probably doesn't like that.
All right. She giving out the nickname for her. Ann Shore, welcome back here on the drive-through. All right, Ann. You're picking here an SEC game here. Alabama hosting LSU, 7 Eastern time. Alabama up to an 8.5-point favorite. Total sits here at 164.
Yeah, so I know this total's coming in high, and it's opened up at 160, I believe, 160 and a half. It seems like Vegas is asking you to take the under here, because if you look at both teams, they haven't scored more than 80 points in the last 2 games, and both teams average more than 80. LSU is around 83, Bama is around 80, and so the last time these two teams played each other, it was a big blowout. Bama won 105-75. That puts you at that 180, and so I think we're going to see a high-scoring game tonight. One thing about this is, the offense is they're going to get back into gear tonight. These teams, LSU is looking to get some revenge after getting blown out last time. Alabama ranks as 9th in the nation, they're one of the fast tempos in the country, and they rank 9th in the nation, 3rd overall, and on offense. And you look at LSU, they're much better on offense than they are defense. So this is what's going to happen is Alabama is going to bring a lot of pressure and push in this high-paced game tonight. And overall, you have your top two teams and the SEC playing each other tonight. So I feel really confident that this one's going to go over. This is another beautiful thing for live betting as well. If it drops, you definitely want to get that over as well.
All right, and so here on the over here between LSU and Alabama. Alabama will be bringing 3s here in this one. Chris, your thoughts here on this interesting conference game? Really good matchup.
It is. It would have been a little bit better, I think, for LSU if Darius Days was in the lineup being their leading rebounder, and it's going to be tough for LSU in the middle. I do think that you're going to see a ton of outside shots from the Tigers in this one. And we all know Alabama, they can put up 85, 90 on any given night, and if they do that here against LSU, who hasn't been strong defensively at times this season, I think we could easily get over 164 here. I think Ann's 100% right here. I think they're begging you to take the under. I could see this one getting to 170 at least. All
right, looks to be high scoring here in Alabama, LSU, and Shore here on the drive-through. All right, Ann, let's take a look here at what you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's take a look at the numbers. Past 7 days, 370 units positive, doing great work. I always like to give you that virtual high five. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we had another winning day yesterday, and my college basketball has been on fire. The NBA has been on fire, but tonight I actually threw out there an NHL total play that you really want to take a look at. It's $25 over at pickdogs.com. This is my 3rd play right now with NHL. I'm taking it slow. And I've won. I'm undefeated right now with NHL 2-0, so gonna go 3-0 tonight. Definitely get on that.
3-0 tonight. Get on that. And Shore over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got that 1-day pass. Get on board and take those winnings and upgrade to that long-term pass. She's got that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Ann, it's always great having your show. Looking great. Continued success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your night. Thanks
for
having me.
And so here on the drive-through, I will continue on here with Chris. Reminder, everybody, subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Get started here with the morning show with Mitch. We got Rod Zawacki. We got Chris Ruffalo, Brian Bittler at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then it's us. It's the drive-through here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight, it's the MMA show immediately following us at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, throughout the week, you'll find these MMA shows pop up whenever there's cards. And of course, we'd like you to give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate it. It also helps our audience, Chris.
Absolutely, it does. I mean, we keep mentioning it. It's right underneath the video that you're watching anyways. It allows us to, move up in the YouTube rankings, give you guys more content. We're looking at expanding our content in terms of the number of shows that we're offering and, who we're bringing in and how many cappers we're bringing in. The possibilities are endless in terms of what we're going to be able to give you guys. All we ask is just for a thumbs up and a subscription. Just it helps our numbers out, and it helps us out a ton. Doesn't cost you a cent, but no matter what, we still appreciate all the support.
That's right. As Ron Romanelli says, who's ready for some picks? Smash that like button. Give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next will be Rod Zawacki. So let's bring him in. Rod's going to go onto the ice here with this play tonight. This is the TV game on NBC Sports Network. So let's go ahead and dial in Rod. You'll also hear him on the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Rod, how you doing today?
Doing good, Tony. Look at my internet. Great as
oh, yeah, it is. And, of course, I was excited for you yesterday in that overtime Illinois-Indiana game. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. Got ourselves another winner. 2-0 here all through. Let's get us here on the drive-through.
Let's get on the drive-thru. All right, Rod, we're going to NBC Sports Network here, 8 Eastern time. Flyers hosting Bruins. Bruins laying $1.35, total 5.5.
Bruins taking on the Flyers again. This will be the third meeting of the year between these two teams. Boston's already beat them twice this year. They beat them once in a shootout, and then they whooped them 6-1 just not too long ago here. So for me, both teams are scoring. But I'm going to take Boston here. Better defense. Historically known that Boston loves beating up the Flyers. They're 25-12 the last 27 meetings between these two. Ever since Pasternak's come back, he's scored 2 goals, 1 assist in a couple games. He's starting to light up the lamp. Love Boston here in this spot. Take Boston. Lay the little bit of juice. We're getting a win with Boston here tonight.
All right, Rod Zawacki here on the Boston Bruins, laying the minus 135. You'll often see Chris and Rod Zawacki here on Pick Dogs doing their hockey videos, so keep an eye on those. So now both of you can score off here in this one.
Well, yeah, if you watch the video, you know that I'm on the other side in this one, just because I think this is a coin flip for me, and in a coin flip game like this, I just think that I'm going to want to try to be on the side with the value and getting plus 115 with a Flyers team that's won 7-10 to start the year. Rod's 100% right. 25-12 Boston is against the Flyers, but I think a lot of those came when the Flyers were a bit of a laughing stock in the league, and I just think that the Flyers haven't forgotten about those games from earlier this year, so I think they'll want revenge here.
All right, Rod, convince us why you're right.
There's no revenge. Carter Hart is not looking like the same goalie that he was last year. When he played Boston, he gave up 6 goals. I'm not worried. Pasternak's going to whoop him past him like nothing.
All right, we might
Boston
have some
all the way
might have some side action here between these two here. Go. We want to get in the last word this time. I think Chris wanted to respond here.
No. All I'm saying is we may want to be a little bit worried. I think Philadelphia's got a fighting chance here.
All right, Chris got the last.
I'm not worried.
Not worried.
Well, maybe you should.
Confidence from Rod Zawacki. All right, Rod. One thing we know, you are just kicking butt right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's take a look at this at the NBA numbers, which are fantastic. 745 units of profit. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Tonight, I had one of my games go off already in the package, so I put Rod's drive-through special number 5 together with this pack basketball slams, 2 NBA slam dunks, and my 10-star NHL play of the day. Don't miss these 5 plays. Or grab on something long-term. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, 30-day. I've also made a deal for tonight. I've dropped my NBA package for the rest of the season, $400. Gets you every play I release in NBA from now until we crown a champion. Can't beat the deal on that. You get every play for now till almost the end of July here. So jump on that.
Jump on board here with Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. Lots of action going on tonight. He's reduced that pass there for the NBA. Why not get that one-day pass, use those winnings, get that season pass from the NBA from Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. He also has long-term passes. Check out his profile page for all the value there. But again, going long-term is the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. Rod, as always, great having your show. Great night. We'll be back here tomorrow, and we'll catch you in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch in the morning.
Great to be here. You guys have yourselves a good night, and let's get ourselves another winner. Third in a row this week.
Let's go for 3 in a row this week from Ron Zawacki here on the drive-thru. I will continue on here, and we're going to welcome Ron Romanelli. Now, Ron's on the weekends in the morning show. You can catch him on with Mitch and company on that Saturday-Sunday show, because the morning show is every single day. So let's go ahead and dial in Ron Romanelli. Ron, how you doing today?
Doing well, Tony. Doing well. Started the day with a nice James Madison winner, and ready to give out some more tonight.
All right, you got a game I really like as well here. 7 Eastern Time, top of the hour. 76ers on the road to face the Hornets. Philly going to lay 7 on the road. Total sits here at 224.
Yep, I think that line's creeping towards 7.5 now that Joel Embiid has been announced that he is available, not on the injury report for Philadelphia. That doesn't really worry me. I'm riding with the Hornets here. Charlotte has quietly put together a 10-11 record and is coming off 3 straight wins over tough teams, the Pacers, the Bucks, and the Heat. Philly's on a winning streak of their own, but this will be the 3rd game of their road trip against a very hot Charlotte team. Terry Rozier will more than likely not start and perhaps not even play for the Hornets, but Charlotte was more than capable without him in their last win over Miami. Guys like LaMelo Ball and Malik Monk were able to step up in a big way when he was gone, and both are coming off big games against the Heat. Cody Zeller is someone I think is going to be the difference maker in this game. I think he can defend Embiid well enough tonight for the Hornets to be a live dog tonight. Embiid will not be playing at 100% completely, as this is his first game back off of the injury. Charlotte's clicking. They're firing on all cylinders. So I'm going to take the Hornets and the 7.5 points at home in a game that I think is decided by a bucket or 2.
All right. Ron Romanelli here on the underdog here. Charlotte Hornets plus the 7. I got to agree with him because Charlotte can hit threes. Chris, what do you say?
Yeah, I think we can sweep it across the board here. I mean, the Sixers are only winning or outscoring teams by an average of less than a point per game on the road this season. Philadelphia was a profitable road fade for us last year. And like Ron said, the Hornets put together a nice 3-game win streak. And the teams that they're beating aren't necessarily just, bums or slouches in the group. These are some decent teams, playoff teams from last year. I like the value of the 7 points with the Hornets as well, 7.5.
I agree. Philadelphia defense slipping a little bit from when they started. And, of course, I believe they failed to cover 5 of the past 7 away from home. So I'm there with you on the Charlotte Hornets. All right, Ron, why don't you let us know what you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? Good hoops action tonight.
Of course. January is behind us, and I'm very excited for what February has to offer. Last month was not my sharpest by any means, but I am all about the long-term gains and successes. I'm seeing the games very well, and now more than ever is a great time to pick up one of my long-term plans, saving you money and getting you plenty of picks for that money as well. I want to make this a February to remember, and that starts right now. It starts tonight. So check me out on Pick Dogs Premium, Ron Romanelli, and I'm super excited to give you guys some more winners.
More winners from Ron Romanelli for the month of February. Check him out over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get that one-day pass, and, of course, you can look at his long-term passes when you get those winnings, because those are the best values there at Pig Dogs Premium. Those all-sports passes get you every play that Ron releases on the site. His NBA, his college hoops, if he delves into the NHL, would be that as well. Super Bowls on Sunday. It's coming up. So check out Ron Romanelli over at Pig Dogs Premium. Ron, as always, great having you show. You're back next week, but we'll check you out on the weekends, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the morning show.
Yep, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you soon.
All right, see you soon. Ron Romanelli here on the drive. So guys, continue with that support. Those thumbs up really help us out, helps build our audience. So keep those thumbs up coming, guys, in the chat room. We greatly appreciate it. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. Look who's up next. It's Chris Ruffalo. All right, Chris, let's take a look here at the game you're going to select here on the drive-thru. We're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, giving out free picks on all the primetime games for tonight. So let's take a look here at what Chris will be offering for us. And the game tonight, you're going to the Big East, 9 Eastern Time. Villanova at St. John's. Villanova road favorites here, -6.5. Total sits at 151.
Yeah, I think honestly for this game, the total's the way to go in this one. Especially Villanova 4-0, straight up 4-0 against the number on the road. And St. John's all of a sudden covering numbers left and right. So I think the side here is a bit of a wash, but like I said, the total's the way to go. I love the over in this spot. You know, you look, the last 4 meetings have all gone under the number, and Villanova playing in a ton of high-scoring games this year. In conference play, they're scoring 78.8 points per game. And you look, they're playing teams like, they're going over against teams like Seton Hall with 152 points. Marquette 153, Seton Hall 150. They've hit the over in 5 of their last 6 games. Now St. John's, okay, they've been iffy at the over. They're splitting about 50-50 here, but I think a lot of that has to do with the competition on the other side. They went under against DePaul, but again, DePaul only put up 68 points in that game. They went under against Marquette, and that was a battle, and Marquette ended up winning that game outright. They went under against Butler. Butler, not a high-scoring team by any means. I think this is going to be a game where you just see a bunch of slugging back and forth between 2 teams that can score. They're both putting up in the high 70s per game this season. St. John's leaving a lot to be desired defensively, giving up 77.1 points per game. But I still think that this is an over all the way. I think we're going to at least get into 155 territory, if not 160. And I think we got to look at the over in this spot.
All right, Chris, you're on the over Villanova and St. John's. All right, Chris, let's take a look here how things are going over at Pig Dogs Premium. I kind of like what I saw here. Got the units up here on college basketball, up in the positive in NHL. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we were stumbling in college hoops, but we've regained our footing. We're back on the uptick, and a perfect night to have us going in that upward trajectory. My favorite day of the week, Whale Bet Wednesday. As I had a package go off today, like Ron, I had James Madison. That was a nice winner for us. Got another game going on, but I was able to repurpose a couple of those picks. I've got a Whale Bet Wednesday drive-through edition. My favorite 3 plays for the college hoop schedule tonight for $29.95 over at the website. These are not plays that you're going to want to miss. In 2021 so far, Whale Bet Wednesday plays 23-7, going off at a 77% clip success rate. Those are going to be some of your best bets, But like we always say, those long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, those are some of your best value, especially for me, because I have a couple of bonus plays up there. One for the NHL tonight, one for the NBA. Those are just added benefits to also saving money per pick while we're also making money. The season passes up there as well. Guys, like we always say, the opportunities for you to make money on Pick Dogs are endless. Go check them out.
All right, check out Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here. Positive results in college hoop, over 1,200 units of profit in the plus column in NHL. 1-day pass tonight. And, of course, the long-term passes are the way to go over at Pig Dogs Premium. Why not pick up that 30-day all sports bets from Chris Ruffalo? Pick up every pick that Chris releases at Pig Dogs Premium for 30 days for that low price. You'll find it over there at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show, Chris. And now it's time to welcome to the show El Nino. So you'll also find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Al, how are you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good, Al. All right, let's take a look at the game you'll be following here. And it will be Virginia on the road here to face NC State, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We got Virginia laying 6.5. Total sits at 126.
Yeah, should be a pretty interesting matchup, but I think we got an edge with Virginia here. They're 11-3 on the season, 8-6 ATS, 3-1 ATS as road favorites. NC State, on the other hand, just 7-6 straight up, 5-7-1 ATS. They are 1-0 ATS as home dogs, but just think it's going to be a tough spot for them here. The Cavaliers just a much better team on both sides of the ball, led by Sam Hauser, but the plenty of other great players around him too. As I said, just think it's a bad spot here for NC State, and I really like Virginia here. I'm going to lay the points with them, 6.5. Not that much of a number to lay with a much better team here.
All right, laying here, Virginia here, laying 6.5 against NC State. NC State team that I don't really care for defensively. All right, Chris, what you say here with Virginia here? Good defensive team, but can they get to over that 6.5?
I'll tell you the truth, I was a little bit alarmed that it was only 6.5. I thought maybe this would have been closer to maybe 8.5, but I guess that's what collapsing against Virginia Tech will do. That'll bring the number right down. But, NC State just lost Devin Daniels for the year. I think he was easily their best player, and losing your best player is not going to do you many favors, even at home going against a Virginia defense like this. So I lean towards the Cavaliers as well.
All right, I have agreement there here with the Cavaliers against NC State, a bad defensive team. All right, Al, we're bottom of the hour, top of the hour, a lot of action from hoops, hockey, and college hoops. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, my hockey went off already, but I still have my NBA 5-pack as well as my best college basketball player of the night still up. So check them out.
All right, check out Nino's over at Pig Dog Premium. He's got his pass up there for you for tonight. And of course, as we always say, those long-term passes are the way to go. So check out Al Nino's at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, it's great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, Wes.
All right, everybody, Al Nino's here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on. Guys, just a reminder, stay tuned for the end of the show because that's when we'll recap all the picks. If you happen to join us late and we want those thumbs up and likes, keep those coming in. If you join us late, we are going to recap every play on the show, so be sure to stay tuned. Now it's time for yours truly here to step up with my play, and we're going to be looking here at this AAC game between Memphis and UCF. We got Memphis lane 11, total 136.5, an 8 p.m. Eastern time start, and I'm going to come back here with this game going over a total of 136.5. You know, it's a rematch. These teams met on Monday, and Memphis posted a huge win here, 95-69 victory, and you know, the Tigers have shown improvement shooting the basketball, and they're running up and down the court now. Look at their past 5 games, hitting 50% from the field. They're the top three-point shooting team in the AAC, over 41%. Do a good job scoring around the bucket. Now, UCF's defense has just been poor. Now, look at their span of 5 games, allowing 48% shooting. I know it's a rematch. They can't adjust defensively. They're going to play as bad as they did before. But offensively against the AAC, they have done a good job of hitting threes and scoring around the hoop. So I think both teams will score again, like we saw in that first meeting. I'm going over 136. Chris, if you keep an eye, we've been keeping an eye and talking a lot about this Memphis team going against them early on in the season, but they've been coming on late.
Yeah, I think this is easily their best stretch of basketball they've played all season long. And you know, as far as this game goes, I'm 100% with you, Tony, on the over here. I don't know how we get to 136 after seeing 165 points in the first meeting. You know, UCF playing to the over in 5 straight, and a lot of that has to do with the other team scoring most of the points. But, you know, even then, Memphis, even if they replicate some of that offense, what do we need, like 80 points, and all we'll need is 56 from UC or 57 from UCF? Yeah, this number's too low. I'll take the over with you all day.
I agreement there with you over. Guys, check out Pig Dogs Premium. I have a 3 and 7 day pass up there for you. A good value. Why don't go ahead and pick those up. Tony T there over at Pig Dogs Premium. I got my passes up there, so keep an eye up there, guys. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to recap the plays from today's show. So El Ninos will join us in this segment. It all started here with Joe Duffy. He said, take the Spurs, lay the 8 against the Timberwolves. And sure, Alabama LSU over 164. Rod Zawacki on the ice. NBC Sports Network, the TV game. Boston Bruins minus 135 against Philadelphia Flyers. Ron Romanelli, Hornets plus 7 against the 76ers. Chris Ruffalo, Villanova, St. John's over 151. Al Nino's, Virginia laying the 6.5 against NC State. Yours truly, UCF Memphis over 136.5. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Oh man, Tony, you know, I try to not do this as much as possible, but I can't pick between you and Al, and I think that's a 2-team parlay that could actually hit tonight. So I like Virginia, and I like the UCF Memphis over.
All right, that little parlay there from Chris. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm going to go with Chris's fellow puck dog, the Bruins minus 135. If you don't like laying juice, put like a quarter of your bet on the puck line. And there you go.
I
Get about even money on that.
Even money in the puck line. All right, I like Romanelli here with the Hornets plus the 7 against the 76ers. That will be mine. All right, guys, it's another edition of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to stay tuned because the MMA show will follow us at the top of the hour, and be sure to check it out. And, of course, it all gets started in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod, you got Chris, Brian Bittler, and, of course, you got Ron Romanelli on the weekends. Every single day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then we do this again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. A full show. I should have about eight handicappers. We'll have 9 picks on the show tomorrow, so tune into the Drive-Thru. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the crew from tonight's show. Give it, guys, off a nice wave. Good night. Have yourself a good night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow.